to talk about the Africana Studies Department at Tennessee State University, the founder of the Africana Studies program at Tennessee State University, Dr. AAl-Hadid. And of course, with Dr. AAl-Hadid is his son, and he will introduce his son after Dr. Yousene2 introduced himself, and then we'll later talk about the Africana Studies Department at Tennessee State University. And of course, Dr. AAl-Hadid, let's start off with you by having you to give us some information about your background, your education, and some of your experiences. And when you finish that, to say something about this nice, handsome young man who's sitting between you and Dr. Yousene2, and then Dr. Yousene2 will give us some information about his background and et cetera. And then by that time, we should be through with this first segment, and then we'll have an opportunity to talk to the two of you in reference to the Africana Studies Department. But let's start off with you, Dr.
Yeah, well, good morning, Dr. Haney. Thank you for inviting us out to be able to tell our audience again about the Africana Studies Department. As you know, I am the founder of the department and served as its head for 14 years. And I retired in 2008. So I served a total of 35 years at Tennessee State University. Most of it was in the sociology department. And so we developed a very strong program. Included Arabic language, Kiswahili, Yoruba. We had a very strong core curriculum, including the introductory courses. So we thought it was very appropriate that we developed this department. So I'm going to give Dr. Yousene2 a little more time to speak, and I'd like to introduce my namesake, Yousene AAl-Hadid. He's a 5th grader, and I'm trying to get him introduced into my religion, which is Islam, and also into Africana Studies. His mother is from Kenya, so he has birthrights.
Very good. And of course, Dr. Yousene2, let's talk about your background and some of the information that brought you eventually to us this morning.
Well, thank you, Dr. Haney. Good morning again. And I came to Tennessee State University in 1995. I was invited by Dr. AAl-Hadid to come to Nashville, and I was interviewed by him and by Dr. Rabbit, at the time the Dean of Arts and Sciences. I was offered the job, and I came in 1995. And then when Dr. AAl-Hadid retired in 2008, I became the interim department head. And I'm still the interim department head.
Dr. AAl-Hadid, I think I'm familiar with all of the struggles that must have gone on before the establishment of the Africana Studies program, and that was before the department itself. So let's start.